This video is brought to you by Kia Butterworth, located in Butterworth, Penang, Malaysia. Hey guys, right here I have a 2017 Kia Rio 1.4. And today, I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features, inside and out. So, here is the key fob. Let's go ahead and start it up first. The 2017 Rio in Malaysia does come standard with Kia's version of a smart keyless entry and start system. So just have the key fob on yourself. The car is currently unlocked. To lock the car, press the black button on either of the front door handles. And to unlock the car, just press the black button again. With that smart keyless entry, you do have push button ignition. So to start the Rio, make sure the key fob is inside the car. Put your foot on the brake and press the start button to the left of the steering wheel. The steering system in the Rio YB consists of a rack and pinion setup with electric power assistance. The sole variant available in Malaysia comes with a leather-wrapped steering wheel with sport grips at 10 and 2. The only transmission available for the Rio in Malaysia is a 4-speed automatic with manual shifting via the gear lever. Rear parking sensors and a reverse camera with active guidance signs are standard items. In terms of safety, the Rio gets 6 airbags, anti-lock braking system, electronic brake force distribution, brake assist, electronic stability control, hill start assist control, a tire pressure monitoring system, an alarm system with immobilizer, and ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the outer 2 rear seats. Alright, let's turn on the hazards, lights, front and rear fog lights, take a look at the engine, and roll down the driver's side window. "17-inch 8 twin-spoke machine-finished alloy rims wrapped in Continental Conti Sport Contact 5 205/45R17 tires are standard items in Malaysia. Ventilated disc brakes and solid disc brakes are found front and rear respectively, while the suspension gets McPherson struts in front and a torsion beam setup out back. The B-segment hatchback category has to be one of the most packed segments around. Almost all of the mainstream car manufacturers has a representative in this segment. The Kia Rio is one of them. Kia first used the Rio nameplate on the replacement model for the Kia Pride and the Kia Avella. This was in the year 2000, and since then, 4 generations of Rio vehicles from Kia have appeared. The most recent Rio was the 4th generation YB model that was unveiled at the 2016 Paris Motor Show. 2 body styles are available for the Rio YB, a 4-door saloon and a 5-door hatchback. The Rio YB utilizes the Hyundai Kia GB platform that also underpins the all-new Kia Stonic, the 2nd generation Hyundai i20, as well as the upcoming Hyundai Kona. Unlike its predecessor, which was more bulbous and somewhat fat, the Rio YB features more angular lines and a slimmer look. Kia's Kappa 1.4 litre, dual overhead cams, 16 valves, naturally aspirated inline-4 petrol engine with multi-point fuel injection and dual continuous variable valve timing does its duty in the Malaysian-spec Rio. This engine produces 99 horsepower at 6000 rpm and 133 Nm of torque at 4000 rpm. 13.9 seconds is the time taken from 0 to 100 km per hour, and the top speed is 166 km per hour. The fuel tank takes 45 litres of petrol, and the combined fuel consumption for the Rio 1.4 automatic is 6.2 litres per 100 kilometers. Carbon dioxide emissions is 145 grams per kilometer, and the Rio is a front-wheel drive vehicle. The all-new 2017 Rio YB went on sale last July. It is only available in one variant, the 1.4 MPI automatic. Exterior features of the Rio 1.4 MPI include automatic manual leveling halogen projector headlights, automatic wipers, cornering lights, LED daytime running lights, LED rear lights, front and rear fog lights, rear parking sensors, indicators on the side mirrors, and body-colored door handles and side mirrors. Speakers right down there and right there. Down below as well, you do have a bottle holder and some storage. Right here you do have your mirror controls, window lock, and your window controls. All of the windows in this car are powered, while the driver's side is the only side that gets a fully automatic function in both directions. Headlight level adjustment lever, your brightness adjustment buttons, your traction control button, as well as your tire pressure monitoring system button. Pull this lever to release the fuel flap. And the driver's seat in this Rio does get full manual adjustments. This lever controls your seat back, this lever controls your seat height, and this bar down here controls your seat position. Alright. So let's go ahead and see how she revs. The 2017 Rio in Malaysia does come standard with a single zone automatic climate control system. All of the controls are located right down here. It is quite simple to use. You do have your fan speed to the right together with your air conditioning button, rear defrost off, your recirculation, different modes, front defrost, and your temperature with your automatic mode. Down below, you do have some storage, a power outlet together with your auxiliary and USB ports. You can purchase a separate cable that plugs into both these ports, and on the other end of that cable will be your iPod connectivity. Cup holders, electronic central locking. For the infotainment system, the Rio 1.4 MPI comes with an integrated 5-inch color touch display, various media connectivity options, and 6 speakers for the sound system. The stock sound system available in the 2017 Rio does sound quite decent. Now, apart from the various physical buttons and knobs scattered around the display itself is also a touch screen, so you can use your finger to go through the menus on the display itself. We are currently in your Bluetooth audio streaming menu with your current song playing information. You do have the Bluetooth device name, artist, and title. You can play pause, repeat shuffle, bring up your menu with your connections, information, and sound settings. Under sound settings, you do have your position, which is basically your balance and fader. Under tone, you do have your bass, mid, treble, and you also do have your other volume settings. To the left, you do have your radio button, which allows you to go to your FM AM menus. Under media, we can select your various media options. You do have Bluetooth audio streaming, auxiliary, USB, and iPod connectivity. Under phone, we can bring up your favorites, call history, look at your contacts, dial a number, and bring up your phone settings. Your volume and power knob, seat crack buttons, your tuning knob. Under setup, we do have your display setup, sound setup, date and time, Bluetooth, system setup, screensaver, and turn off the display. Under clock, we can obviously set the time, and if we hit the display button, we basically turn off the display, just leaving the time, day, and date. This car does have power folding side mirrors. To fold the side mirrors in, press this button. On the steering wheel, the left spoke houses your audio controls with your volume, your seat track wheel, mute button, your different mode selection button, and your on-hook off-hook buttons for the Bluetooth telephone system are located down below. On the right spoke, you do have your multi-information display controls. Hit the top button to go through your various main menus, use the wheel to go through the different sub-menus, and hit the OK button to select that particular option. We are currently in your driving data menu. Right above, you do have your range, and in the middle, you do have your digital speedometer, average and instant fuel consumption, your accumulated info, and your drive info. Under the two info menus, you do have your distance traveled, average fuel consumption, and elapsed time. Next up, your settings menu with your doors, lights, convenience, service interval, other features, language, and resetting the settings back to factory settings. And back to your digital speedometer. On the right stalk, you do have your wiper controls, and on the left stalk, you do have your light and indicator controls. The steering wheel in this car is tilt and telescopic. You adjust it using this lever right here. Adjustable front center armrest with storage down below. Manual dimming, rear view mirror, sunglass holder, And you do have your interior lights right above. You do have a fully automatic sunroof in this car. And you can also open up the sunroof as a vent. Sun visor for the driver's side. Just got the vanity mirror and a light. Now, the light mechanism works in such a way that if you turn it on and if you forget to turn it off, just close the visor and the sun visor will turn it off for you. No grip handle for the driver. Alright, so I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now and continue with the rest of the tour. Window control, speaker, and a bottle holder. The rear seat backs in this Rio do fold down. They split 60-40 when folding, and to fold them down, first make sure the headrests are all the way down, then locate the levers on either side of the headrests. You do have one there and another one right there. Just pull it and flip the seat back down. I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. There is actually a bit of room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. As for legroom, I get about this much. And I do get about this much in terms of headroom. It is actually not too bad back here. The seats are nice and comfortable. You do get a single storage pocket on the front passenger seat back. A USB port right down here for charging. And right above, you do have grip handles with a hook for the right side at the back. And your rear interior light is located right up here. To open up the rear hatch, go towards the rear hatch itself and locate a touchpad right beneath the Kia badge. Boot space in the Rio is 325 litres and 980 litres with the rear seat backs upright and folded down respectively. There are hooks on both sides of the boot, storage to the left and a light to the right. Under the boot floor is the vehicle's spare tyre, toolkit and jack. The rear doors open quite wide at an almost 90-degree angle, which does aid entry and exit into the rear seats. You do have adjustable headrests front and rear. Window control, speakers, a bottle holder and some storage. The front passenger seat does get full manual adjustments as well, with the same set of adjustments as the driver's side, just that it loses out on the height adjustment. Nicely sized glove box, it is illuminated as well. Grip handle for the front passenger, and the front passenger's sun visor does get a vanity mirror with the same light mechanism as found on the driver's side. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2017 Kia Rio 1.4. Thanks for watching and goodbye.